Welcome to the Peachy Punches podcast. Name will be changing soon. I'm not a big fan of it. It's just something I kind of just put on there. So I don't have much to say. I definitely have been going around asking who would be a good co-host, but timing is not very good. Well, schedule wise, I work from 8 to 5. Then after 5, I can't really record because I spend time with the family. And then once they're off to bed, I'm usually pretty tired as well. And been going to sleep a lot earlier than I used to. But, but yeah, I'll record on the weekend with my brother or something. I still don't know. It's all going to depend on when we can see each other. Or maybe I'll record it over Zoom or something. I'm going around those areas. But I am trying to make this a habit. It is something that I've wanted to do for a while. And I know it's, I'm probably not going to get anybody because I haven't gone through making clips and uploading to social media and stuff like that, because I'm still trying to just make this a habit and finding things to talk about when you don't really have a guest or subjects in mind. It's rather annoying because when you have another person, you can just have a regular conversation. And right now I'm just basically giving out my thoughts. But a little update. I guess I'll do updates on what's been going on. Last episode, I mentioned that I wasn't really into video games anymore, and they weren't fulfilling that need that I used to have. So on Friday, day after Thanksgiving, I was looking at video games, because they were probably going to be on sale. And after hours, I reached to the Contra and Castlevania Anniversary collections. I bought both of them. They're like $2. And then, I played Super Contra and Castlevania 4 for maybe like 10 minutes each. And then after that, I was like, yeah, these are good, but it's not, they don't give me that, I don't know, that feeling I used to get, oh yeah, can't wait to get off school and go play video games, or I don't want to go to school so I can play video games, that addiction high of gaming that I used to get. And then I downloaded Resident Evil 2 Remake, which I have been enjoying quite a bit. I played Resident Evil 2 when it originally came out, and I beat that game without a memory card, which was a really annoying thing to do. But I didn't have a memory card, and that's the only way I could play it. So I went old school on it, with no save points or anything. So it was pretty cool, to start playing that game. They changed a few things, or maybe I don't remember Claire Redfield's side story as much as I remember Chris. Not Chris, Leon. But I started off with Claire, and I'm maybe 2 hours in, and I'm in the sewer portion trying to, get the key card that takes you on that little shuttle thing. So I don't know, maybe I'll be done with it today or tomorrow. But this game is it's really good. They changed a few things, but the puzzles are the same. They changed the weapons. I'm pretty sure my handgun is the Magnum. And they got rid of certain things, and now you can discard items once you're done with them. You don't have to carry them around and stuff. But yeah, I've been loving it. It's still they got the scares right. you know, like dropping bodies from the freaking ceiling, or the windows coming out. I remember the scene where when you first get into the police station, and you run through this corridor, and all the windows start to break, and I'm pretty sure it was dogs that come out those windows, but in this game they didn't do that part. I only started walking into those zombie dogs once the tyrant came out and started chasing me. So it kind of forces you to go to this other area. So you have to go outside the city to get to where what is it? The commissioner, not the commissioner. Irons. I forgot his role. The chief of police or whatever. Where he has Sherry, and that's how you end up in the sewers. Anyway, I know you probably don't want to listen to me talk about video games, but it's like I remember a lot of it, and at the same time I don't, and that makes the game feel new, and that's pretty cool. Like, I can't wait to beat it with Claire and then do it with Leon. And I'm pretty sure you can, if I remember correctly, I think you can also do it with Ada and then Hunt if you unlock him or something. So we'll see. Like, I don't know if those extra things are in it. One thing is that I couldn't figure out how to change wardrobe. Like, I didn't shoot anybody or picked up any bullets or anything until you get into the police station. But I remember you had to kill a zombie that was like outside, and that wasn't in this remake. So I'm pretty sure they changed that, and you probably unlock them when you beat the game or something. So we'll see. Like, I'll probably like dive into the internet, and once I beat it with Claire, if I don't unlock any cosmetics, then I'll Google it and see what I find. Well, that's enough about video game talk. The other thing that was on my mind is life. So, like, I worry a lot about work, right? And probably I shouldn't, but I do. And it's a major thing in my life. Like, I talk to a lot of people, and, you know, they're always like, you shouldn't really care, blah, blah, blah. Right? But when I'm talking to a customer and I don't know what to do, like, that shit gets to me like hard, you know? So, because I'm not good at confrontations. So that like, I like to have the way out to avoid it. But I think it's something that I'm gonna have to work on in this new position. And I don't know, like, I'll go from there, because I thought about just like learning like everything I can, like, in the first 3 months, and it's a lot of stuff. And so I don't think I'm gonna get to that point where I'm really comfortable and, you know, telling people like, no, this isn't us, this is with your shit or whatever. But we'll get to that. And this topic wasn't really gonna be about work. It's mostly about what you do when you're outside of work, because some people were going about doom scrolling and how, like, you just like on TikTok or Instagram or whatever, and you just like spend hours and hours just looking through that crap, right? And I'm lucky enough that I don't think I spend a lot of time doing that. I usually do it when I take my morning shit, and after work when I take my afternoon shit. Like, I don't, like, it's entertaining, I'm not gonna lie. Like, there's some videos that are funny, or they put like clips from shows, and then you end up kind of watching them. But I was never big on that type of stuff, or YouTube. Like, I'll watch YouTube stuff, but I don't follow any like channels. Like, I never got into it. Like, when I started using the internet, it was all like Messenger, right? MSN Messenger, you know, talking to my friends. Like, and I think I was plenty addicted to that. Like, it was nonstop. I would like before school, after school, like stay up really late, just talking to people. So I think like I got all of that out where I don't find it as entertaining to just sit down and look at videos all day. The same thing with movies. Like I love movies and but sometimes I feel like if I sit and watch a movie, that's almost like 3 hours of my life gone. Like I don't know if like I want to do that. But at the same time, like if I have nothing else to do, then filling it with a movie wouldn't be a bad idea because it's better than sitting down and watching TikTok all day, right? And that's the thing, like that's the whole like thing. Like we spend most of our lives nowadays just consuming entertainment, but I've like I want to be able to instead of sit around and do this, I want to be able to go out and do things. But it's not as easy as one would think. Like I have a car, I can leave, like take my son or my wife, like go somewhere, but you choose not to. And I think it's just the way I don't know if it's the way I was no, it's not the way I was brought up, but it's the things that I find comforting. Like I like being home, right? But I'm not really living life at home, if that makes any sense. Like the things I do at home are what watch TV, cook, listen to music, listen to podcasts, like play with my son like every now and then. Clean, do chores. Like it's like the everyday thing. It's like the things I can do while I work or after I get off work. But on weekends, like you have a full day, and you kind of if you stay home, you end up doing the same thing. So you never really reset your self or whatever. Like I don't like I have the beach like really close, but I don't like sand and it's a hassle. And it's something that I could do. It's right there. Like it's not a hard thing to do. Like anytime that I go to the beach, I end up liking it, right? So even if I complain that I don't like sand, once I'm there, like sitting down, getting into the water, like it's different, you know? Um, so besides that, going to parks, like recreational stuff, like I don't know, fucking theme parks like Legoland or the zoo and stuff like that. Those are more like for my son, but I think he'll end up liking those memories. Oh, like I used to love going to the zoo or whatever. Like for me, like I don't think I went to a lot of places, but I don't come from money, so I'm pretty sure like most of the time, like after school, it was playing video games or going to my friend's John's house to play with action figures and play video games at his house. It's like the same things that I'm doing now that I'm 36. Like life hasn't changed. I think just my not goals, but I don't know. I think I just want more than just sit around and watch like TV shows and play video games. Like ultimately, I think I want more, and I'm trying to figure out what it is. It might be that I want to find success in something else where I don't work for somebody. Like that's a goal for I think a lot of people. Like nobody wants to work for somebody. Like if I can find a something that makes me money where I'm comfortable enough to pay rent and pay the other bills and have some money for like I don't know, going out every now and then, I'd be comfortable. Like if I make the same money, if I make the same amount of money I'm making now at my job, doing something else for myself, then I'll be fine, right? Like, I think realistically, I'm never gonna have a job that pays me over 100,000 a year. Like, I'm not like that hungry towards getting that. Like, if I find a job that pays me that, great, but I'm not seeking it out. Like, this job here pays me more than my old job, but it doesn't have any benefits. So you kind of get more salary, but you don't have anything else. So I don't know. I think I got off on a tangent, but that is what it is. Like, I don't think I'm gonna start working more on doing things outside of my home, or if I'm gonna do things inside my home, I want them to be productive and helpful. So recording the podcast might not be a big thing. I like it. I love talking. Right? It's just hard to talk to myself. so I want to make it a habit. So I'll learn how to speak more when it's time to record a podcast with somebody else. And if I make it a habit, then I'll just have these like on the channel for whoever bumps into it and wants to listen to it. So like, it'll give me something to do where I feel like I'm doing something. And if in 20 years I make $10 out of it, then that's fine. I don't think I'm gonna lie. I'm lying to myself. Yes, my ultimate goal is for this podcast to become really popular and make money off of it and prove that comedians are the only ones that are like able to do podcasting. Like, I feel like comedians like hold podcasting because I think everybody can be funny, given the situation. The only difference is that they know other people, like they have the network of knowing other comedians, like more successful comedians that people know and want to listen to, as opposed to listening to me who nobody knows, right? So I think that's the hard part of getting out of this. Maybe if I get better at recording, I can seek out like a guest. Like, I don't know how that works. Like, do I pay people to come to the show and then promote their garbage? I don't know. It's probably something I'll have to look into. But that's going to be later once I have more, like more podcasts under my belt that I don't sound like I'm just saying, but this, that, So I think that's it for now. Yeah, I think I'm good. I was gonna talk about the holidays, but I think I'll leave that for next time. This is just a short clip. So, like, subscribe, do what you need to do, comment, insult me, say nice things. This is just an audio version. I used to record the ceiling. An old podcast was just audio. I think Mark Maron is the only one that still does just audio. And that's how it should be. Like, like, I guess the avenue of revenue of putting your video podcast on YouTube is probably a better idea than just putting audio. But podcasting was just, it's like fucking internet radio. It's like, I listen to Bad Friends, Tiger Belly, Joe Rogan Experience, the Giannis Papas podcast, Two Bears, One Cave, fucking Your Mom's House, and all the like major popular ones, and they all have like a YouTube show, but I never like put my phone on or the TV on and start watching it. Like, I don't get it. Like, I like having it as a background. Like, if I'm cooking, I'm listening to a podcast. If I'm taking a shower, I'm listening to a podcast. Between work, like, if there's some dead time, I will put a podcast and I'll be listening to it while I work and wait for a phone call, right? It's something I can consume while doing something else. And that for me is I'm getting entertainment while doing something mundane like cooking, showering, and whatever it is, right? I think that yes, podcasting is a big source of entertainment. I just think the way you consume it should be like radio. Like if I go in the car, I can put a podcast on or like tune into the radio. That's it. Like I'm not gonna sit down in the car, drive, put a YouTube show to listen to them talk, like so I can watch it while I drive. Like that doesn't make sense. Anybody who does it, that's great for you guys. I don't like it. It's not my thing. I just like the audio portion. That's why I'm just doing audio. And maybe because I'm slightly thinking of like, who the fuck wants to see my face? Like, and then again, Ethan Klein has a podcast and like he does ridiculous shit to his hair and people love it. Like, I have been wanting to get into H3 for a while and I love the clips they put on TikTok, but I think Ethan is a little bit too much for me. Like, I'm not sure if he's a comedian, he's comedic, but I'm not sure, like, what his whole thing is. Like, I'll have to dive into his, like, first podcast to, like, get to know him. Like, you kind of build relationships with podcasters in your head because you listen to them, talk to other people, so you feel like you know them so much. And right now, to me, Ethan sounds like a lot like a douche, but it's like there's something there. Like I know I can enjoy his work, and I'll certainly give it a go. So this went on a little bit longer than I thought it would. So that's it. Again, like, subscribe. I'm gonna try to figure out how to upload this audio clip to YouTube. Probably shouldn't be too hard. And then if I can find a way to cut bits of audio that I find amusing, or whatever, then I'll put them on TikTok. So I'm going to need to do a TikTok channel for it. I need to find a better name for this podcast. And, like, I don't know, like maybe if I'm just going to do audio and put them on YouTube, maybe put like, animations or at least like some sort of pictures here and there. I don't know what you guys think. So that's it for me. Thanks for listening. Have a good rest of your week.